beautiful brothers and sisters to the Aquarian Adepts. Adepts. Which one is the correct one? Because I know I used to say adepts a lot. I think the technical way to say it is adepts, but I find myself wanting to say adepts. Regardless, welcome, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising, to part 1 of your July 2018 report. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Not even gonna lie, I had to summon some energy to come on here and make this video. It's Mars retrograde, it's like, has me a little depleted, which I think we all are a little energetically depleted right now. That does not mean that we can't get things done. It just means that we have to kind of dive and dig a little bit deeper to find our energy reserves. And, you know, this is going to be, of course, a super powerful week. You know, I'm going to make the weekly tomorrow, so you will get a chance to see that. It'll probably end up on the channel either sometime in the afternoon or the evening. I might even make it tonight. But it's going to be a super powerful week. Why? Well, let's think about it. We have Venus coming into Virgo, which it doesn't like to be in Virgo, but we have Venus coming into Virgo. We have Jupiter going direct tomorrow. That's really major. We have a new moon solar eclipse in Cancer at 20 degrees, opposing Pluto, which is also at 20 degrees. What? We also have Chiron, which has gone retrograde. We have a lunar eclipse at the end of the month in Aquarius, conjunct Mars and the South Node, and opposing the North Node. And we have Mercury retrograde. It's going to be a jam-packed month. So what I'm going to do is I'm mainly just going to be drawing cards, and of course I will throw in the astrology intermittently to give you an overall reading for what's going to be happening for the month of July. In part 2, what I'm going to do is going to be more of a channeled, intuitive message where I more than likely will do an automatic writing that's fine-tailored to every one of the signs. So Gemini, let's see what's going to be happening for you the month of July. Let's talk about that new moon solar eclipse just for a moment. I'm going to make a longer, in-depth video about that. We have the Six of Wands that just popped out there. So you're definitely going to be feeling a little popular this week. You know, of course, the moon's going to be coming into your sign, so this is going to be good for you because this means that you're now going to be able to start to talk about your emotions more and be more communicative with the moon coming into Gemini before it enters into the dark moon phase and does the new moon solar eclipse. But the Six of Wands is saying that for you this month, you're really going to be wanting to kind of stand above, stand above your problems, stand above your challenges, and overcome. The Six of Wands talks about overcoming. It talks about kind of arriving at the new you. It is about arriving at this version of you that has, you've achieved some things. You've made it through, and now people are here to you're ready to be received by the public. This could speak to, fame. This could speak to people starting to get to know you more, starting to get to know who you are, Gemini, what your message is about. And it's kind of interesting because this kind of goes hand in hand with your levels of confidence and self-worth. Why? Because this new moon solar eclipse for you is happening in your second house, which is about your self-worth, which is about confidence. So it's very interesting that this is going to be happening. Because for you, what's being reborn in many ways, because these eclipses are like portals, especially with Cancer, it's a portal into the holy nature of who you are and really learning to get grounded within that divinity. So you are really going to be coming more into contact with a new emotional foundation that's going to make you feel far more confident. It's going to make you feel like you really can go out and be the best you that you can be. And it's like people might be talking crap and there might be some drama because you're a Gemini and you naturally kind of attract that stuff. But really, you're just going to be talking the talk, But you also need to learn how to walk the walk. So you're going to be talking the talk, walking the walk. That's what this month is going to be about. Because the Six of Wands also talks about action. So you are going to definitely take some type of action this month where you're going to kind of want to receive some type of recognition for it, or you're going to get some type of recognition for it. Let's see what these other two cards are that just popped out. But this is going to be a deeply transformative time because, like I said, this is opposing Pluto, which for you is in your 8th house. we have the Three of Cups and we have the World. Your entire world is about to shift. With the Three of Cups, it's speaking of celebration, like an emotional celebration. This is the new moon, like I said, in Cancer. So, and this is the World card, which is actually Capricorn, and it's actually interesting because Pluto is in Capricorn. For you, this is the 8th house, which is actually the house naturally ruled by Scorpio. So, you are going through a deep emotional transformation that's going to allow you to really feel confident that you can move forward, feel confident that you can manifest your dreams, your wants, your desires, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a new car, a house, a job. You're going to be feeling like the world is suddenly going to be opening up. But the interesting thing about it is that since this is the 2nd and 8th house axis, in many ways it deals with self-worth and value, and of course also how we see the value in other people. It might not be the most comfortable shift for you because you might want to be trying to hold on to certain things. We got to consider that this new moon eclipse, like I said, it's your 2nd house. So while yes, it is definitely talking about your levels of self-worth and confidence and earned income, it's also the house of Taurus. So you may be stubbornly clinging on to emotional facets or different emotions you've had that they're probably not really giving you any energy anymore. It's kind of like a mosquito that sucked all of the blood out of whatever animal it's attached to, and it's still trying to suck out of it, and it just can't. I know that's a rather grotesque metaphor, but that's just what I was being shown. But it's like, are you kind of, have you sucked everything out of this one way of being in this emotion? Have you sucked everything out of it and you're trying to get more sustenance from it, but it's not really providing you with that energy? Your whole world is going to shift. Your whole world is going to transform for the better. And you might not necessarily get it at first. You might not necessarily see it at first, but this is a reason to celebrate. This is a great reason to celebrate. With the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups, this is like you going through a major transformation, and then you arrive back at the town. You arrive back at it's like say like you were a warrior, right? Or you went on a great adventure, right? You went through some stuff. You fought the dragon. You fought some orcs. You even made friends with the dragon, and now the dragons aren't really attacking the town anymore, and everything's getting along. It's you arriving back, and I'm just hearing the dragon. You're coming back with the dragon, and everyone in the town is like cowering in fear because you're with the dragon. But you're like, hey guys, no, it's cool. We're cool now. We're good. We made it through, and you're going to be celebrated. This is you coming back to town, coming back to your hometown, and everyone's celebrating. People having beer and mead and great music and drum circles, and that's what the 6 of Wands meets the 3 of Cups is, because it's like you're going to open up this whole new world. You're going to step through this portal and open up a whole new world of possibilities, and it's going to be a great time to celebrate. The bottom of the deck that we have is actually the Hangman. So this is literally, like I said, this is you hanging on to old facets of your life and emotions that these things aren't really giving you sustenance anymore, And like I said, this has to do with that 2nd and 8th house axis. So anything, as far as the 2nd house, what do you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself that you are able to do things? Do you tell yourself that you are worthy, that you are valuable? Are you surrounding yourself with people that see the value in you? Because we're talking about the 8th house, shared resources. Do you trust people? Do you trust yourself? Trust is really huge. And the Hangman is speaking here to you need to trust yourself to let go, to break through. And you also need to just trust the universe and know that the world is orchestrating itself. Everyone can have abundance. I think that's kind of there's this disparity in beliefs that people have, that we talk about this within the spiritual New Age community, that there's plenty to go around. There's infinite abundance, right? There's infinite for everyone. And it's hard for people to conceptualize this because we have been drilled with this idea and this belief that there's scarcity, that we're playing this game of musical chairs and someone's going to get left out. Someone's going to get left out on the street. Not everyone can achieve their goal. Not everyone can achieve their dream. But that's kind of the beautiful thing about I'm going to say time. That's the first thing that came to mind because there's divine timing. And as also, we have to realize that the world is shifting. Pluto is in Capricorn. The world is changing. So these old traditions, these old beliefs, these old things that we've been teaching ourselves, it's coming to an end. It's coming to a transformation. Because think about, what is the 12th house of Capricorn? It's Sag, which has to do with our belief structure, right? So it's like, yeah, we absolutely can celebrate that we are infinite beings. But we really have to take the actions and even tell ourselves, even when it doesn't seem readily apparent to us, that we actually are this. We have to trust in ourselves. We have to trust in God, universe and source, that we absolutely can have what we want, and other people can have what they want too, simultaneously at the same time. That's the new belief structure. That's the new world that we're coming into, and you're going to kind of, you of course, a lot of the air signs, but you're going to kind of be at the forefront of this because we're coming into the age of Aquarius, so this is of course going to activate all the air signs. Aquarius, you Gemini, and of course Libra. But you're going to be kind of like, you're going to start bringing in these really divine truths on how this is possible, on how we all can have, how we all can be infinite, how we all can be more than abundant, right? But it comes from having trust. It comes from having trust and just kind of like letting go. So you might feel like you're kind of just hanging there. Like I said, the thing about this is that it's going to be a little difficult only because it's not going to manifest immediately. Even though this new moon solar eclipse is going to be rather powerful, you're not really going to see the materialized effects of it for another 6 months or so. You'll start to see it in about 3 months, but you really won't see it for about 6 months of why we went through this. And then you'll really see the changes. You'll really see the new emotional foundation that we are all coming into, and really listening to our soul and trusting. And really, this is also, since Cancer, it rules family and foundation, this is also about the world coming together. This is about us actually learning to accept each other and empathize with each other. This is a very empathizing new moon. So I have 3 cards that fell right here on the table, and 3 cards that fell on the ground. 5 of the cards are up, and 1 of the cards is face down. The face down card was the one that was on the ground. So let's take a look at these cards. We have the 7 of Pentacles, we have Death, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. I see this as literally you having to kind of rewind, right? This is kind of interesting because this is similar. In many ways, this is kind of similar to Aquarius's, because Aquarius, in that video, I drew the 7 of Pentacles. So Gemini, you might want to watch that. And I would even encourage you to watch Libra as well, just because I feel like the air signs are really like, there's something going on with the air signs. So it's like there's some really magical thing that is happening within the air signs. So you guys like are in cahoots because you're really about to kind of drop some divine downloads, some divine bombs on the whole collective. But I see this as the 7 of Pentacles is like, it's similar to Aquarius. You're going to kind of be re-examining what you've been harvesting within your soul, within your physical body, mental body, spiritual body, emotional body. I see it mainly as emotional body. It's like you're just going to start to become more aware of what you have been harvesting. And you're going to ask yourself, do I really want to keep growing these particular plants? This is why you're going to kind of, it's like you make it to a certain point and you're like, pause, rewind, and then we have the Death card, which speaks to transformation. This is the card of Scorpio, and Capricorn is in your 8th house and actually ruled by Scorpio. But look what we have afterwards, the 3 of Pentacles. So this is actually you reestablishing your confidence, you reestablishing your self-worth, you reestablishing and kind of uprooting old plants that just aren't really working in that garden anymore, right? And you're going to start to plant new seeds that actually reflect your growing sense of your spiritual nature and coming more into your higher self. You're going to start to plant these, and then you're going to really begin to feel the magic. These other 3 cards, let's see what we got here. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Star card, which is Aquarius, so go watch Aquarius' video. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Gemini. Alright, Gemini. You are about to become a manifesting, like, really, actually what I see this as is that you're almost going to become like a manifesting prodigy. That's what I want to say, because we got the Page of Pentacles here. And the Page of Pentacles is someone who's like learning the craft, but since it's surrounded by the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune, not only are you being guided heavily by destiny and your guides and by spirit, but you're going to achieve great wealth with this. This is physical wealth, mental wealth, emotional, and especially spiritual wealth. You're going to gain great spiritual wealth this month, and it's going to become really apparent in 3 months and super apparent and just clear in 6 months. But this Page of Pentacles is almost kind of like you're like going to become a manifesting prodigy, right? It's like you're young as far as like this energy, as far as it's a youthful energy that I'm feeling. It's young, it's excited, it's passionate, but it's a prodigy energy. It's going to be like almost like what you turn turns into gold, Gemini. I'm feeling like it's like you won't be able to go wrong. It's like even if you come up against obstacles, it's like you're going to just be like transmute, and you're going to just be, like I said, a manifesting prodigy. You're going to really just be speaking your truth. You're going to feel that your whole world has opened up. You're going to feel like you really are going to be feeling like just seriously reborn. Really amazing. I want to draw a few more cards just because, you know, and like I said, go watch Aquarius' video, because Aquarius had a similar vibe as far as like, you know, focusing on or refocusing what they're harvesting on as far as the energies when it comes to, you know, the physical manifestations, emotional, mental. Theirs was more focused on their heart. Yours is going to express itself in a more material way. So it's yours. I think Aquarius's will yours will become a little bit more apparent immediately. The only reason why Aquarius's might show itself initially before yours will only be because of the lunar eclipse that we have in Aquarius at the end of the month. But for you, that's actually occurring in your 9th house, so it has to do with your belief structure. So it's like whether or not you believe you can be this manifesting prodigy is going to be dependent upon your belief structure. And with that lunar eclipse, it's going to illuminate your beliefs, and then it's going to be covered, you know, by the Earth. The Earth will move in front of it, and it'll be eclipsed. And then that's like when you're like going deep into your soul as far as your beliefs. And since it's in Aquarius, that's on a quantum level, and you're going to be really communicating with interdimensional beings and guides, and they're going to just be feeding you information, and you're going to have to really figure out, like, do I really believe that I can do this? Or do I really believe that I can do this? Do I really believe in these old repetitive thoughts, behaviors, and emotions that I am not worthy, that I can't bring my dreams to reality, and that I'm not infinitely abundant? It's going to come, it's going to be illuminated, and then it's going to be covered up. So it's almost going to be like this, it might even be like a weird freak out period, because you'll get like this confidence boost from this eclipse, but then it's going to be like, you're going to be shown almost kind of like your past in a way, and you're going to be shown your beliefs and your self. And this is not just beliefs that work for you, but self-limiting beliefs too. And then it's going to be like, okay, so what am I going to do about it? Since it's Aquarius for you, you're going to be rather logical about it, and you're going to want to try and fix it. But you're not really going to. It's not really going to be a time to try and fix it, but really to just examine it. You know, examine it and kind of feel into it a bit. Even though, like I said, it's because it's your 9th house of Sagittarius, so it's like it's actually asking you to be. It's not. I mean, the 9th house is naturally ruled by Sagittarius, so this is actually going to be asking you to be rather hopeful and rather trusting that things are moving in the right direction. So, going to be a very dynamic month for you, Gemini. Super dynamic month. We have that card that wanted to come out. I'm going to cut the deck. I'm going to draw that card, and then the bottom card. So let's see how this is kind of all resolving itself. We have the Chariot, which is the card of Cancer. We have the Strength card, which is the card of Leo. And we have the Four of Pentacles. what you want to hold on to, because it's like you're having to let go of something, definitely, and you're having to let go of some type of control. It's actually just going to be destroyed for you via Pluto, and you're going to really have to just trust. And even if you don't trust, even if you haven't trusted in the past, just trust, because what's happening here is that you're going to actually, this eclipse is going to give you a great willpower. This week is Thursday, but I mean this applies for the whole month. But this new moon solar eclipse is going to give you great willpower, and you're going to be feeling this emotional renewal, and you're really going, like, what you manifest is going to be directly reflective on how you feel. So if you feel good about yourself, if you feel good about your direction, or if you feel good about the changes that you're going to make and you're passionate about it, you're going to like really just blaze forward, and you're going to have so much power to actually bring it into reality. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Strength card. So what you want to do is that you want to maintain your strength. You want to have courage, confidence, and conviction. The three powerful C's, okay? I want you to repeat with me. Courage, courage, confidence, conviction. Let's do that again. Courage, confidence, conviction. One more time. Courage, confidence, conviction. Good things happen in threes. So that's what you really want to hold on to, because that's actually what's going to allow you to really become very abundant. And this will manifest itself in all ways. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You'll even get to the point where it's like you won't even mind sharing, because the Four of Pentacles doesn't necessarily like to share. But it's like you're not even going to really mind sharing, because it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey. Like, you know, so you're not even going to mind. But first what needs to happen is that you need to kind of go within, go deep within yourself. Learn to trust yourself, trust the universe. It has your back, it has all of our back. And just know that you have incredible deep truths that are being transmitted to you. And you're going to become a prodigy at manifesting. But it's really going to be dependent upon how you feel about yourself. Let's draw the Sacred Oracle Traveler card, and then I'll draw your color card. I'm really excited for you, Gemini. Like I said, this applies if you have a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm really excited for you, Gemini. I really am, because this is really powerful. It's going to be a super powerful month for you. Like, it really is. All the air signs, really. So we actually have Traveling Lightly. This is interesting. Simplify your life. What does that mean to you, Gemini? Simplify your life. I think what this is saying is that in order for you to travel to the next step in your life, you're going to have to uproot. Like I said, this is about you, like rethinking about what you've been harvesting. You're going to have to uproot any facets of your life that have been weighing you down. Any facets of your life that won't allow you to move to the next level. You have to take a look at what you've been harvesting, what you've been growing, and if these things if they're just sitting there, if they're just taking up space, if they're like it's like you have like a bunch of tree stumps in your yard, and you wanted to plant some flowers, but you have these tree stumps, and a part of you wants to hold on to the tree stumps because they were once beautiful, magnificent trees. But in order for you to plant either new trees or new flowers, you have to grind the stumps into the ground, and you have to dig them up, and you have to start over. And it's okay, because there are plenty of trees out there. There's plenty of abundance, and the tree is not going to take it personally. In order for you to make it to the next step, you do have to simplify your life by letting go of this emotional baggage that's holding you down, that you've given yourself a false sense of security in believing that's where you should be. But really, on a deep soul level, you know that you are having to make a shift, a powerful shift that truly reflects how you feel, that truly reflects wanting to feel better. Because that's why I said Aquarius was really about harvesting better feelings. I'll go ahead and say that that's the same thing for you, is learning how to harvest better feelings. You are, wow, 4 cards came out. You are the first sign to get 4 cards. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is actually occurring. This is why I said you're about to become a manifesting prodigy, right? We have blue, right? And now these are kind of in order. I put them in order. This is blue. Activate your healing power. So you have to really empathize with yourself. You have to heal. And you have to really allow yourself to really come into this. You have to remember that, the sun will be in Cancer. So it will actually be really powerful for you to go swimming, go to the lake, go to the ocean, take a shower, do some type of cleansing ritual with water, and activate this healing potential. We have Jade, which is take action. It's ironic because Mars is retrograde, but you can actually afford to take action. And maybe you might take action in the most subtle way. But after, you really activate that healing power and you feel like you really can move forward, then you're going to take action. This action, as you take action day by day, moment by moment, you're going to build confidence with Cyan. This is going to allow you, remember, that's one of the 3 C's, right? Courage, confidence, conviction. It's like you have to have courage to take the action as you continue, as you're consistent with that courage, you build confidence, and then it gets to a point where you feel convicted because you've taken all the you've been taking the action, you've developed the courage, you're developing the confidence, and then you're going to be convicted. And the fact that you're manifesting gold, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Attract abundance. Attract abundance. The cool thing is that the reason why I said you're about to become a manifesting prodigy is because the number is 21, and this eclipse is happening this first eclipse I'm talking about is happening at 20 degrees. Why is that even a big deal? Well, it's because when the moon and the sun come off that space, think of it as think of 20 as the portal, and think of that one as the one afterward, where it's almost like you're kind of in between worlds in a way. And then the 22 is when you are in the new world or something like that. So the attracting abundance at 21, pay attention the next day after the eclipse when the sun reaches the 21 degrees, because that's when you're going to really start to receive this super divine download. And that's when you're really going to start to almost be initiated by the universe of becoming this manifesting prodigy. You're going to come into great fortune and great wealth. But that only will come if you really believe that you are worthy of it. That is it for your reading, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and tap the bell to receive all the notifications that I put out on this channel. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you like a personal reading with me, I could take a look at your natal chart. I can also do a lunar return reading, and I do also multiple tarot spreads. You can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.